USF1, we're bringing you a merging of Formula One and the stock market.
Buy, sell, hold. We'll never know. You're going to find out next. Welcome to the United States of Formula One. Nicky.
Cookie.
And we have brought the stock market to F1.
Okay, I like it. This is a new thing we're trying out here. New little segment, little show. I have a finance background, so why not bring that into the show? I know it better than I know Formula One.
I also have a finance background. I lose mostly all the money that I get. It's called paycheck to paycheck. So my advice is the best.
So the premise of the show, logical.
Yeah.
We're going to do the teams today, and then next week we're going to go through the drivers, and we're just going to do where they're at currently. And we can do updates throughout the season. Are we buying? Are we selling? Are we holding? You know, we're not going to get into calls and puts and shorts quite yet. That's a little bit more into kind of finance, maybe 301.
I don't even know what that means.
This is just going to be early on finance.
Yeah.
And kind of after two races, where we're sitting. So I think we're going to do the teams today.
We'll do
the
teams today, 10 teams. So let's go through
We already kind of know, we've talked about it ahead of time. We agree on some stuff, we disagree on some.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty similar. We know what we're doing here, come on.
Yeah.
So we're going to go alphabetizacai,
Yes.
right? We go alphabetical?
Alphabetizacai.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
So first team, Alpine.
Alpine. I am going to sell.
Okay, so Alpine.
I'm going to give you the reason why.
Okay, Alpine, we got Gasly.
We got Gasly. We got Jack Doohan.
Okay.
The reason I'm selling right now is I will start buying once they get rid of Jack Doohan.
Okay.
He did some defending, but that's all he did this weekend.
Okay.
So I like Pierre Gasly,
Okay.
but disqualified this weekend.
So you're going to completely sell.
Sell. I'm not.
Because of Doohan.
They have 0 points right now in the constructors. So
Okay.
I'm selling.
Okay,
You're going to hold on him?
I'm close to you, and this is why.
Okay.
I'm not going to sell. I'm going to hold because I think this is a good stock to hold because I think the value is going to go up. I
Okay.
don't want to sell while we're low. I want to hold it while we're low, and then I might sell or buy a little bit more as Gasly improves.
Okay.
Gasly, what did he finish? He would have been 11th.
He didn't finish.
He was DQ'd. He would have been 11th.
Yes.
I understand the DQ. Weight was off by 1 kilogram. And I agree with you that I think Calapinto is going to come in, and I think once he comes in and replaces Doohan, I think it's going to be a stock to buy. So I'm gonna hold.
You're gonna hold on
we're
it for a
similar.
second.
I'm not
I
gonna
like
sell.
it.
I'm gonna hold.
Okay.
Let's move on to
Aston Martin.
That's right. Okay.
Okay.
Lance Stroll,
I'll go first.
Alonso.
I'm selling.
Okay.
And I'll give you two reasons. One, Lance Stroll.
Okay.
He's an asshat. And two, Fernando Alonso hasn't finished a race yet. So he has retired his car in the last 2 races.
Okay.
So if you buy them, then there's something wrong with you.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
We are agreeing completely. I am
thank
selling.
God.
I am all sell. From the beginning of the season,
Yeah.
I had Aston Martin finishing what, 7th or 8th?
Yeah,
I had them.
yeah.
They're supposed to be 5th. You know, they're the worst of the best, and I have them middle of the road of the back half of the teams, and I'm going to continue to sell them.
Yeah.
Stroll's a turd, and like you said, Alonso, who's supposed to be maybe carrying the team, hasn't even finished a race.
Granted, it's not his fault that his brakes started on fire this weekend. That is
Eventually, the excuses are going to pile up. You got to finish a race. You
Yes.
have to actually finish. Let's move on to a team that has been, will continue to be in the news, the heat of the moment. The red. The Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Okay, where are you at with Ferrari? We were both hyping up on them. You and I have them preseason prediction.
I do.
Winning the Constructors' Cup. Remember that.
Okay.
You and I have them winning the Constructors' Cup.
Yes, and I'm not saying anything bad. I still think that they're going to do good.
Okay.
But as of right now, you need to sell.
You're selling Ferrari.
I am selling.
2 races in, and you're selling
I'm
Ferrari.
going to sell them. This doesn't mean I have to sell them forever, but right now their stock has dropped. They got 2 disqualifications. Hamilton didn't look good. He looked good in the sprint, but he didn't.
Okay.
He was slow during the race. Leclerc ran into him during the race. I'm selling for now. I'm not going to say I'm going to sell them for the whole year, but I'm selling them for now.
Okay. I'm holding.
Okay.
I'm holding for a couple reasons. One, because I bought high on them. I predict them to win. If I sell now, I'm selling low.
You're selling out.
I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna come back. I mean, Hamilton won the sprint,
Yeah.
and they qualified well. They finished well. Then they got DQ'd.
Yes.
Obviously, 5-6 is not where they want to be.
No.
They certainly don't want to be DQ'd. No points at all. But I'm going to hold, and I think they're going to bounce back. I think that they're far enough out now.
Yeah.
It's 17 points through 2 races.
And I'll buy on the dip.
Exactly. Well, it is the dip
It
right
is
now.
the dip, but
It's the dip.
we'll see.
I already bought.
Okay.
I got to hold, and maybe I can sell later on. Moving on to the biggest bag of crap team that's ever been.
Haas?
Well, you ditched Nico Hulkenberg.
This is Americano team, though.
I know.
Even though they're based out of UK.
We did get some slack on that.
Yeah,
we
I
had a
know.
commenter that we should shout out. Guy commented that
Yeah, I think it was Henry Roland-Gardner. So,
because we were talking about Cadillac coming back next year,
Yeah.
or coming in next
you
year.
know, Haas has been a team. Yes, they're still based out of UK. I know they're an American team,
Yeah.
but not really.
Yeah, and you ditched Nico Hulkenberg.
Yeah.
You're on my shit list. So what are you?
I'm
doing?
buying.
You're buying.
You got
Explain to me this.
Because Ollie Behrman, I picked Ollie Behrman at the beginning of the season.
Okay.
I picked Haas to finish actually above Aston Martin, which is crazy.
Okay.
Ocon, you got double points. Ollie Behrman shit the bed in race 1, still finished,
Yeah.
to come back to say ciao to at least 5 drivers and finish in the points. Both racers in the points. I'm buying. I thought maybe Haas was going to be kick Sauber-like, and I think that they looked as good as they were last year. So.
Okay, I agree with you completely. I'm going to sell.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to sell
course you are.
because
of
they're
hatred?
Well, mainly because of a hatred and a Hulkenberg disgrace. But they're at an all-time high right now. They had 2 guys finish in the points this week.
Okay.
That ain't going to happen again.
So you're saying in
Ollie
Japan, done.
Yes, Ollie
Okay.
Behrman's not going to be driving and cruising and sipping his water and saying ciao as he's passing people.
Okay.
Those days are done. I'm selling on Haas. Nighty-night.
Okay, I like it. It's what it is. This one's easy.
Moving on to your love.
You got Lando and Oscar Pistorius. So Oscar Piastri. This is easy. If you say anything besides buy, you don't know F1. 'Cause
So you're
these guys-
buying.
I'm buying all the way. I mean, these guys, the 50th 1-2 finish for McLaren.
Okay.
There's going to be multiple more this year. So, I mean, it'd be dumb not to buy.
So you think I'm dumb if I don't buy?
You're buying.
I'm buying.
Yeah.
I'm buying McLaren. And I already bought into them, and I'm going to keep buying because I think that stock's going to keep going up. I think
Yeah.
their cars are faster. Verstappen can't keep up with them. Ferrari is somewhat in shambles trying to keep up with them. The only one who's keeping up with them is Mercedes and George Russell.
Yeah.
Who everyone forgets is even in freaking F1. He gets no love. I've been freaking out about this for 2 weeks now.
Jorge.
Finishing 3rd in every race, and it's like he's not even there.
No, I would say we will be buying McLaren for at least 10 races or more. I'm hoping
Buy
more.
all buy on McLaren. So speaking of that, we just want to step on my cord. We were just talking about
Mercedes?
George Russell and Mercedes.
Yeah. So it's surprising. So you got a rookie.
Yes.
You got George Russell. And I am buying all day because George Russell, you didn't hear about him in the first race. You barely heard about it in the second race. And Antonelli, as the rookie, has been killing it for them, getting points
Okay.
in both races. So I'm buying all day long. I think Antonelli eventually is going to get 3rd place.
You
Or maybe win a race. I don't know.
Whoa! Slow down. Let's get on the podium first.
Yeah.
Okay. 100% agree, and I don't want this to be an agreeable show, but I'm also not Skip Bayless. I'm not going to just disagree with you to disagree, except Haas because they suck. Mercedes, you got to buy Mercedes right now. Antonelli, like you said, rookie. I was still hoping Hajar was going to beat him out. I think that rookie race is no longer Hajar.
Yeah.
I think Antonelli's pulling away with that. And again, George Russell.
George Russell.
3rd in race 1, 4th in the sprint, 3rd in race 2. He's always on or near that podium. He's just gathering points. Is he going to win? He's not going to pass McLaren right now.
Not
They're
right
just too fast. But if they make a couple adjustments, I mean,
Yeah, and maybe a pit strategy where he can get in there. But he's right there.
they're embarrassing
We've
Ferrari right now.
disrespected George Russell for the last 2 weeks, and I actually feel bad about it.
Now, I will say, predictions preseason, I had Mercedes ahead of Red Bull.
Yes.
I had them 3rd, but I gave Ferrari too much credit early on, but we'll see what happens. What about the baby bulls, the V-carb, the racing bulls?
So I am going to hold on them, mainly because
Do explain. A hold on the baby bulls.
Isaac Hajar.
Okay.
Formation lap spin out. Really should make you sell.
In
But
race 1, okay, it was raining in Australia.
I get it. But I'm holding. I'm not selling.
It was on the formation lap. That was embarrassing.
I think they're both great. They qualified fantastic this week in China. If it wasn't for horrible strategy by the team, not the drivers, they would have finished in the points. So I'm going to hold on them mainly because of that. We'll see what they do next race.
So we're going to disagree on this one, and I like that. It's not far off. I'm going to buy.
Okay.
And the reason I'm buying is I think they had a terrible strategy, like you said.
Horrible.
2 pits, everyone else pits once, it ruins the race. Before that, they're both in the points. And I think Yuki, is surprising people. Now, my only risk here is if I buy in to the baby bulls, and Yuki does go up to Red Bull,
yes,
Liam Lawson comes down.
So now you're buying into Liam Lawson possibly? It's hard.
I think Liam Lawson not in a Max Verstappen Red Bull car is going to perform
be better.
As good or better than Yuki.
Yes.
So I could buy with the anticipation that Lawson
comes in,
or Yuki is going to continue to do well, and I think Hajar is only going to get better. My preseason prediction of him doing well, I think he's got those rookie scars, but he's going to do fine. I am buying the baby bulls, and they're going to finish top 5 team ahead of Aston Martin this year.
Okay.
You watch.
Red Bull. Oh, this.
Moving on to.
Like you said in our recap episode that we said, this is Team Verstappen.
It's no longer Red Bull.
It's not. Yeah.
Ever since Perez and now Lawson, it's just Team Verstappen.
And we I feel bad. I'd like to maybe step back. Maybe. Nah, screw it. Checo sucks. I'm selling. I'm selling on Red Bull because they have one driver right now.
Yes.
They have Max Verstappen. That is it. And Max Verstappen has them by himself in the constructors talk, and him in the world champion fifth world champion talk, just alone by himself, no help. Liam Lawson, as of right now, garbage. I was high hopes on him, so I'm selling them all day long.
Okay, I'm gonna hold.
Okay.
I'm certainly not buying.
Is it because of Yuki?
2 reasons. One, the first is Verstappen.
Yeah.
Verstappen, 4-time champion.
Yeah.
He's a complete stud. Like you just said, has him in the constructors talk by himself. If they can just get Yuki in there and he can perform a little bit, just a little nudge, give me some 8th, 9th, 10th places.
Okay.
And he can, and maybe there's some tweaks to the Red Bull car, some programming comes in, and maybe they can get close to as fast. I don't think his car has to be as fast as McLaren for him to beat a McLaren. I think he's that good of a racer.
He is.
So I'm not going to sell him, but I'm holding right now.
For a week, see what happens.
I'm holding that stock and hoping that they start to perform even better, and then I can sell high.
Okay.
Moving on.
Oh, kick slobber.
My boy.
I know. So Nico Hulkenberg, your boyfriend from last year, from Haas, Gabriel Bortoleto. Didn't finish the race last week.
No.
Spun out and was like 42 seconds behind the whole pack this week.
Yep.
Hulkenberg points last week. The only reason I think that happened, I'm happy that it did. The only reason because of the rain.
The
so
rain.
I'm selling.
Okay.
No.
So I want to love on my boy Hulkenberg, but Bortoleto's terrible. Kick Sauber puts out a terrible car. I think, like you said, Hulkenberg outperformed his car.
Yes.
Finishing P7 in Australia with the rain. But I think a veteran driver like that is going to handle the rain better than there were 6 rookies that couldn't handle it.
Yep.
True colors for them came out this week. He did qualify, 12th?
12th.
For the race, which I thought was great, but then he was down.
He was like in 19th in almost the first lap. That car is just not there.
Within a couple laps, he dropped 7 spots. I remember looking 3 laps in, and everyone had tweaked 1 spot, no spots, 2 spots. He was down 7 spots. So I'm selling. I'm not selling Nico. I would never sell him.
It's the team.
But I'm selling Kick Sauber.
Okay.
And let's see when they're Audi Sauber next year, maybe.
Yeah, well,
maybe I'll buy, but
and they don't care about this year.
No, and I don't want to go down with a sinking ship.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to hold this stock.
Yeah. I think that's going to be
Forever.
a sell all year. That's just my prediction.
I mean, it's obvious from last year. I just hope they occasionally scrap some points together. They're already ahead of last year. So, moving on to the final team alphabetically, Williams.
Williams. Easy. Carlos Sainz.
Yes.
Boogie's man.
Yeah, so he comes from Ferrari.
Yes.
High expectations for him to perform for Williams.
And he did not the first race.
No.
Got lucky in the second race that we had some disqualifications to get him in the points.
Yep.
But I'm actually going to hold on them, not because of Carlos Sainz, but because of Albon.
Okay.
Because he has been outperforming Sainz. We thought it was going to be Sainz, the number one driver.
Right.
And right now, that's not the fact. It's Albon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold on him because if Sainz can step it up and Albon can keep it going, that could be they're a fifth place team right now. That could be the fifth place team. So I'm holding on.
Okay, I'm buying.
Okay.
I am buying. I'm smashing that buy button all day for them. I'm going to smash that.
Smash it.
That subscribe. No, I'm smashing the buy because a couple reasons. Like you said, Sainz, he's going to do better. He's a veteran, Ferrari driver, coming over to Williams. Finished 10th. Granted, he should have been 13th. He got gifted that by 3 DQs. Yeah. But he's only going to get better. And Albon has been a huge surprise for them, and I think he's going to continue to perform. You look at it, I know Ferrari has a terrible start. They're tied in the Constructors' Cup.
It's crazy.
17 points. They're tied with Ferrari.
Yep.
And they're supposed to be the bottom of the pack, you know, above.
And they were last year, too. So, I mean, they were right above Kick Stop.
I don't think Sainz is going to save them, maybe as much as Boogie thinks, but I think he's going to do better. He's not going to stay down there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Albon can keep it up, but he is doing some quality racing with a car that is a Williams car. So
remember, I think they're putting money into that car. I think they want Carlos Sainz to stay.
Yeah.
So I think that they could put, I mean, obviously they are. I think for sure, not for sure, they're going to be better than Aston Martin this year. Aston Martin, like you said.
Aston Martin with Lance Stroll. Come on. No, thank you. I don't know. What do you think? How do you think that went? I
was going to say, let us know in the comments if you like that. We are going to do all 20 drivers.
We're going to do a buy, sell, hold on the drivers for next week.
Yeah, for next week. So
we'll do
that'll get released next. Yeah, that'll get released next week. I don't know, Monday or Tuesday. I'll let you guys know. But we'll do this if everybody likes it. We'll do this every single week.
A little buy, sell, hold, and then we got a pre-show for Japan coming out next week too.
Pre-show for Japan.
So
we're taking a trip to Sheboygan, Wisconsin. So
we are actually.
Yeah.
Well, you can.
It's not fake.
Well, maybe they can assume whatever they want. It is Sheboygan.
Doesn't really matter.
We could have said anywhere, and we said Sheboygan. Are we going? Maybe. I don't know.
You never know. Let us know how you like the show. Thanks for joining us.
Love ya.
Follow us on YouTube at the United States of F1, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at United States F1. Copyright Brugman Media Limited 2025.